Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
If you're a big dreamer like me, you need to start really aligning your actions with those bigger possibilities. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to do all of those things that are going to move the needle forward no matter what, but it also means that you are going to try to swing for the fences. Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. You guys, I am about to open ticket sales for the second Girlfriends in Business. If you want to go, which I would freak out to have you there. You guys, it's a more intimate group. We do about 70 people. It's totally one of the best days I believe that you can have networking with other women. This is high-level networking. This is working on your business in breakout groups. This is learning from experts, hearing from panels of people who have been there before. I'm telling you, it is so much fun. You get to dress all cute if you want. It's a great day of business connections, networking, and meeting your business besties. So if you guys want to come to this one day in September in Scottsdale, all you have to do is text me the word workshop to 310-496-8363. That's 310-496-8363. And I'm going to add you to the VIP text list. So you text the word workshop to that number, and you're going to get the early bird rates for this event. So if you guys want to go, we would love to have you. We are half sold out from the last event. So we're going to open this up to the public now, you guys. So make sure you text me that word so that you can get on the VIP text list if you want to be there. And I'm telling you, these women are insanely amazing. Like all the women that showed up, I was like, can I be all of your friends? This is incredible. We had the best day ever. So go check it out. You can also go to girlfriendsandbusiness.com to check out exactly what that's all about, what you'll be learning, what the day is filled with. all the things. Okay. So I had a moment yesterday. I was interviewing someone on the podcast, and this podcast will come out really soon. And it was Jess Toulson from the company Mixers. And I got connected to her in a few different ways. And she just kept coming into my world. And I'm starting a company somewhat similar to hers. And she's kind of been like a North Star for me on how she's running her company and the way that she does it with her ambassador programs. I'm really, really inspired by what she's doing. So I could not wait to talk to her. And not only did she give me breakthroughs on so many different things, which just goes to show you why you have to connect with people who are doing the things that you want to do because they can accelerate your path, but she also gave me breakthroughs on possibility. And what I want to share with you today on the show is if you are planning your future and setting your goals based on your current reality or on possibility. And now some of you might be saying, okay, yeah, I'm totally, trying to set goals that feel outside of myself and set big goals and chase them down. But are you letting your current reality pull you back and tell you what you think is possible? And so when you're thinking of the day or what you want to have to happen in the future, or maybe the house that you want to live in, or the sales that you want your business to hit, are you basing them based on what you're seeing around you and what you think is realistic because of what you're seeing, or maybe what you've heard from other people? Or are you playing in actual possibility? Now, in my personal opinion, I do believe that anything is possible. I really, really do. But what I notice happen is that I start basing things in, well, I heard this company just does that, or I heard it's really hard, or here what a realistic goal is this. So all of a sudden, I lower my sights into something that feels more realistic. And when I was on the podcast with her yesterday, she had mentioned something about how she just keeps playing in the realm of possibility. Like just keeps going back to thinking, what do I want? What do I want to do? What would I want this to look like? Like in my dream scenario, what type of business is this? What type of sales are we hitting? And so if you start playing in that possibility, you start aligning your actions in a much different way. Because if I were to think and plan my actions from a place of what I thought was realistic, you better believe I'm not going to try to do some big swings. I'm not going to try to throw any Hail Marys. And if you don't know what that is, because I've been forced to be a football fan with my husband who's obsessed with the Packers, a Hail Mary is like you know what? We're at the end of the game. We want to try to win this. Like we're going to just try to see how far we can throw this to get that touchdown. And maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't, right? Your possibilities might go down, or the chances of it happening might be way slimmer because it's a harder shot, but it also could happen. And I just feel like if we don't throw any Hail Marys, we're never going to outstretch our current dream or a smaller dream. And so if you're a big dreamer like me, you need to start really aligning your actions with those bigger possibilities. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to do all of those things that are going to move the needle forward no matter what, but it also means that you are going to try to swing for the fences. And I think the only people that are breaking out of their reality are the ones who are willing to swing for the fences and also take some big risks. I was thinking of this when I was getting investors for this company that's going to be launching in the fall. And I had the women that, of course, I felt comfortable asking. Then I had the ones who I was a little uncomfortable asking. And then I had the ones who I was like, oh my God, this makes me so uncomfortable. This puts me in that place of like, who the F do you think you are? Like the rejection felt so big that it was like, I just felt like such an idiot doing it. And, I was remembering the place that I was at when I was doing this. And I have a few people on my investor list that I was like, how in the world did I get the balls to ask these people to do this? Like, I'm still sitting here going, how in the world? I was telling the story of some of the women on my investor list and telling them how I did it. And I was like, how did I actually do that? Like, how did I dig up that courage? And I remember every single day, I just would really focus on what this could look like. and how that would feel if I could have that conversation to get them in this company and what that would mean. And, there's a place where it's like, if I don't do this, that's really what gets me to do it. If I don't do this, how am I going to feel? And, I am looking at all of the women who maybe have something that you can't even imagine. You're like, wow, that seems so outside of my realm of possibility. They just shot their shot. You have to shoot your shot, you guys, and you have to be okay with the rejection. Like, who cares if somebody doesn't say yes? Who cares if someone thinks, oh my God, who do they think they are? They forget about it in like an hour. These people that you're asking that you think, oh my God, I can't imagine being rejected by them. Trust me. They're doing such big things. They're doing the same thing that you're doing in their own way, that number one, they're probably really proud of you for doing it. If someone asks me, let's say I'm that version for someone. It's hard for me to imagine that, but let's just say I'm that version for someone. And maybe they just got started and they asked me something big. I'm like, you go, girl. I am like so proud of you for doing that. And even if I say no, I'm like, I have so much respect for these people. So they're not sitting there going, who do you think you are? They're sitting there going, I have so much respect for you. I would probably be a lot more willing once you get your stuff under control or once you really figure this out. I'd be more willing to bet on you because you're making those big plays. You're shooting those type of shots. I'm not going to bet on someone who's only doing the safe stuff. Like the girl who is making those big swings, you better believe that I'm like, I want to help you.
Hey y'all, if you didn't know, Earn Your Happy is now a part of the Growth Day Podcast Network. This is so exciting to me because I have been looking for a really good home for the show for, I can't even tell you, years, literally. And now I've finally been able to come together and collaborate with other people who have incredible shows, and I want to share them with you. One of the shows is Motivation with Brendon Burchard. And you guys, if you don't know about the beginning of my career, I literally started with Brendon Burchard's work. It's how I launched one of my very first online courses and membership sites, was because he gives so much advice that you can integrate and implement immediately. And that's what you're going to get on the show. Not just motivation, but you're going to learn exactly how to get your stuff out in the world. And not just that, but Brendon runs in the most incredible group of humans who are really doing the thing out in the world that you want to be doing. So go check it out. Go subscribe to Motivation with Brendon Burchard. I promise you, this is going to be one of those shows that no matter when you tune in, you're going to get value. Like, it's not one of those that you're like, God, I listened for 30 minutes and I didn't get what I wanted. Like, from the beginning, you're going to get something that changes your life or changes your business. So go check it out. Motivation with Brendon Burchard. I know you're going to love it. I'm obsessed.
And you guys, I'm staying in our Green Bay house right now. It's a lake house that we go to in July and August. And there's a few women here who are playing really big. There's some that opened a juice shop and have had it for like 3-4 years. And they're like, you know what? This is like something that's so outside of the realm for this area. It's getting a little more popular, but like to go and open a super healthy juice shop in Green Bay, Wisconsin, is something that I recognize as you really swung for the fences. This could have been sink or swim. Like, you don't have evidence of this going over here. And then the girl who just did my extensions at Bloom Collaborative, like, that's a big swing to say, I'm not sure if this is really going to make it here or not, because I don't see a lot of other evidence around this. Like, women doing those things, I literally am like, how can I help you? Like, what can we do? Can you come to this event? This is freaking amazing what you're doing. So you guys, you have to remember, people want to help the people who are swinging for the fences. They're not sitting there going, you're an idiot. What are you thinking? Show them some proof of you being willing to throw those Hail Marys, you being willing to put your neck out there, and then make those big asks, right? Like, when I first started my podcast, the fact that you even start a podcast and then make big asks for guests, like, yes, you're probably going to get rejected a lot. And it's not because they don't want to be on your show. It's because I just want to share with you guys, if anybody's out there and makes big swings, you may land them. Like some people may say yes, but they also may wait for you to get more downloads so that it is worth their time. Because if they're going to take an hour of their time to go on something, they might want a little more of an audience buildup. Or maybe if you're really showing them that you're doing big things, like maybe you start an event and you started a podcast and you're doing something else and you're like, hey, I'm going to do my best to get you out there, then yes, maybe they're going to say yes to you and recognize that you are someone who's going to put their neck on the line. And so for me, sometimes when people ask me to go on small podcasts, once in a while, if I know this is someone who's going to sustain this, like, wow, you've had this for a while and wow, you're really putting yourself out there in a big way and you have this business that you've been rolling with, even if it's a smaller podcast, I'm like, you're someone I would bet on. You're someone who's not going to quit. You're someone who's not going to get to their 100th episode and say, you know what, this wasn't worth it. You're someone who's been doing this for a long time, so it's worth it for me to support you. Can you show that? Can you show that you've been doing that? Because a lot of times in order to get these big people or land these big goals that you want, all you have to do is, you don't have to have big numbers. You just have to show them that you're willing to be in it for the long haul, that you're the person doing the work, that you're the person who's willing to be out there and put your neck on the line and ask and ask and ask. And so all of the things that I've done where people are like, whoa, how did that happen? I just asked. And when I did it, you guys, I'm not different than you. Once I sent the email or once I made the ask, and typically it's through email, right? Or on the phone, I feel sick to my stomach. Maybe I don't get an answer for a week. Maybe I don't get it for 2 weeks. Maybe I don't ever get it. But I'm no different that I feel sick. I'm like, what was I doing? I can't believe I did this. Oh my God. I say a prayer on it. I'm like, I say a prayer. I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just like Mel Robbins, literally the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send. It's what I do. I take a deep breath and I'm like, oh my God. And then I don't go back and read the email again because I've already read it 10 times, 20 times, 30 times to make sure it's okay. I don't go back. I just pray and I say, God, I sent this with good intentions. You do the rest. If I don't hear in a week, then I follow up, right? If I don't hear in another week, I follow up and then I let it go. And then maybe I follow up 2 weeks later. Guys, shoot your shot. It's the only way anything is ever going to happen. And it's not just one shot. So if you do it and you say, I failed, I didn't hear anything from that person, you have to shoot hundreds of shots. You have to shoot thousands of shots sometimes. If you go and you start reading business bios of people who were successful, it's not about the 1, the 10, the 20. It's about the 100th, the 500th that it finally lands. So if you're not willing to do that, then you have to let go of that dream. If you're not willing to do that, then you need to settle in with where you're at and start making peace and let it be okay so that you can still live a good life. But if you want that big dream, don't settle. Don't be okay with living small. Don't be okay with playing small, with listening to people who haven't been there before. Make it a priority to play in the realm of possibility, and that is it. To dream in the realm of possibility, to keep resetting into possibility and not reality, to keep focusing and visualizing on possibility and having fun in possibility. Because if you're not having fun in possibility, then why the heck are you even doing this and why are you dreaming? Reset into possibility. I know today that's what I'm going to do. I'm resetting my dreams back into possibility and getting out of what I think is real for me with this launch of this new company. And I'm getting back into possibility of what I want to set out and see in the world, what I imagine for women, what I imagine this company could do, what I imagine this dream could turn into and change out in the world. I don't want to play in reality. Reality sucks. Reality isn't fun because reality isn't what's possible for you. Reality isn't what's possible for you. What's possible for you is truly possible. And it's out there, you guys. It's out there, except you have to create it. It's not what you see. It's what you have to create. It's what feels fun to you. It's what feels aligned to you. It's what lights you up. It's what makes you elevate that energy, you guys. What is that? Keep grabbing it. Keep pushing for it. Keep seeing it. Hang out with the people who believe that's possible, who feed that dream. Listen to the things that feed that dream. Read the books that feed that dream. And don't settle. Because all the people who have what you want will not settle for reality and for what is around them and for what the people around them have, right? They're only going to go and play in the realm of possibility. So you guys, I'm sending you so much love. Go out there, shoot your shot. I believe in you. I can't wait to see it. And until next time, earn your happy.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently, and most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it.